Hello everyone. Greetings from Urban by City Blue, Dar es Salaam. Indeed, we're in the city and we're next to the ocean. Maybe that's where the blue comes from. I'm here in Tanzania planning for the 3rd edition of the Wines of South Africa event that's taking place here in the city. However, City Blue, Kenyan brand, located across East Africa, and I'm really privileged to be sitting with the general manager of Urban City Blue Dar es Salaam, Jean-Eric Sirop. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, I know we met not far from here, but before we get to that, what is a Mauritian doing in Dar es Salaam working for a Kenyan company?
Well, you know, sometimes things happen without you knowing what will happen. I think the history began in 2022, where I met with the CEO of City Blue Group. I was in Mauritius. CEO name is Jamil Verji. And then we met and we talked about the opening. He told me about the opening of Urban by City Blue and whether I would be interested and so on. So finally, to cut a story short, after some discussion, I found myself here January last year. January last year to do the pre-opening of the hotel, i.e. to work on the construction, seeing about the rooms and everything, you know, the main public area. And this is where I landed. So which was about 15 months down the line. Yes. I'm still happy to be there. Okay. And Dar es Salaam is now a new thing in the heart, actually, you know. Well, one would say born in Mauritius, grown in Mauritius, but now Tanzanian by heart.
Ah, I love that. Yes. I love that. And I mean, you could pass for Tanzanian though. Ni Kiswahili too, we need to sharpen up a bit.
I would say kidogo.
Pole. No, I love it. Yeah. Now, the reason why we actually even met in the first place is I've been doing work in Tanzania for the last 3 years. And we were in Zanzibar for the Z Summit in February this year.
Yes, it was February.
Yes, yeah. I think we met at the networking cocktail at Verde.
Yes.
We both share a love of wine.
This is why wine connects.
Wine definitely connects. Yeah. But I must tell you, the reason why I even knew about the hotel, I guess, is I like, whenever I'm in Dar es Salaam, the bridge, the Tanzanite bridge is one of my favorite places. Indeed. And I had seen the billboard, I think, on a previous visit, saying City Blue is opening. I do know City Blue from Kenya. I know the Westlands residences. I've actually attended an event at the Mombasa City, is it called City
Creek? Yeah.
The creek, right by the ocean there. So clearly then I understood and I was interested. However, the billboard is actually next to some apartments. So the assumption was that was going to be the location. And I was like, how can you be next to the bridge? That's a very beautiful location. We're not necessarily that close to the bridge, but closer to the ocean anyway on this side. But what has the experience been for you, having been around the world, being a seasoned hotelier, coming to work here?
Well, as I said, this has been a challenge. First of all, coming to Tanzania was a little bit like a dream that come true. 30 years ago, I was working in another hotel in Mauritius, and I met with some people who used to come to Dar es Salaam, and they were talking so much about Dar es Salaam. I said, one day I should go there. So 30 years down the line, I'm here. And it has been a very successful, I could see, learning, you know, culture here. There's a culture. The culture here is of, I mean, a lesson of humility from the people, a lesson of warmth, and well, people always here ready to help. And the area is also the same as part of we have in Mauritius. Okay. We do have the same plants, we do have the same flowers. That's it, in a nutshell. Yeah.
Okay, but then you have visited Nairobi too?
Yes, I was in Nairobi, went there 2 or 3 times.
Yes.
The first time was on a prospection with some colleagues, and then last time I went was last year, also in March, where City Blue was celebrating their 10th anniversary. You know, City Blue is known as the fastest growing company, a group actually in Africa.
Love it.
So especially in this part of East Africa. So there it is.
There it is, yeah. I'm actually surprised you're in a suit, and I've seen you in a suit a lot of times, because we just imagine people working close to the sea or from an island will be in what? Those Hawaiian shirts. But I guess hospitality is a serious job and you have to look the part.
Well, it is also for today. It's quite hot to wear a suit, but also the hotel itself, what it is, I like also to be in suit. I mean,
yeah.
so,
you do have some business clients as well. Yeah. Okay. Did you always want to be in hospitality? Did you study for it?
Yes.
Or is it something that grew on you?
No. I left school. I was very young, about 18 years old, and waiting for my exam, SC and HSC. So I started to work in one of the best hotels at that time on the island. And I started as a receptionist. From there, then I went to hotel school, and then later on I moved to Doha, Qatar, where I worked for about 2 years.
Okay, Qatar,
yes. Yes, also. And then came back to Mauritius, worked for different hotels, and then again hotel school. Then also moving hotel to hotel because it brings you more experience. At that time I was working for the branch of the Metropole Group of Hotel in UK, and I had the also opportunity to have a scholarship to go to Birmingham to do perfection in terms of, if that exists, in terms of hospitality management, mostly in front office management.
Yes.
And then also I did a certificate in hotel system management. Then I came back. And from then onwards, there has been a lot of courses that I've been able to follow. And moving from hotel to hotel almost at that time was more than resort.
Okay.
And then in 1996, I joined a group opening the first 5-star business hotel in Mauritius in Portway, which is the hotel there. And then from there onwards, we've been given the opportunity to do more training. And following that, I was moved to another hotel, resident manager, to open a new hotel as well in Portway. Then I moved in a resort in the south of the island. And then I had the opportunity to be offered a job as resident manager in Seychelles, which is a 5-star resort deluxe. Came back to Mauritius after 2 years, did the opening of a 3-star hotel in Mocha, and from then onwards had the opportunity to open the Holiday Inn 4-star hotel at the airport, and then I retired from there. So that's it. It's about 40 years that it's gone.
So you retired, but then we are here with you now.
Exactly.
What brought you out of retirement?
When you're in hotel industry, I mean, it sticks to your skin.
You can't really rub it away, no matter what you want.
No, it can't get away.
Yeah.
So after my retirement with my wife, we opened a consultant company, which is called Hestia Consult Limited, in terms of giving advice, also working with people who want to open hotel, because this is my area of specialization. And then came COVID, obviously. Then we also opened a housekeeping division. And then I was sitting at home, I say one day, and a friend called me and says, listen, there's a group in Kenya opening a hotel, would that be interest to you? So this is where today I am in Dar.
In Dar, enjoying the sunshine outside. We should be doing this by the sea, but this is good.
Yes.
But this is good. Yeah. So, I mean, over 40 years, I'm sure there's been some very remarkable people you've met or remarkable experiences you've had. Any you'd want to share with us today?
Well, I think there has been quite a number of experiences. Working in the hotel industry gives you the opportunity to meet with people, to meet with stars, to meet with some people that comes only once in a century.
Yes.
I met with actors as well. I mean, like Michael Douglas, which was nice to drive him around Portway in a limousine. So, oh yeah, those are things that I remember. Yeah. There's plenty, but the helm of it was, I would say, was to welcome Nelson Mandela at the Labo Dene Waterfront Hotel at the time, and that was a kind of experience that you live once, and it remains with you all the time. So yeah. And then there also ex-Prime Minister of UK, Margaret Thatcher, Prime Minister of India, President of India, you know, so all of these kind of people you meet.
And Wanjiro.
And Wanjiro,
yeah. I haven't been to Mauritius yet, sadly, but then I think now I have a motivation to visit the island and to, you know, learn more, so that all these places you're talking about will be making sense, like Dar es Salaam now is to me as well.
It's a wonderful island. It's not a huge one. I mean, Dar es Salaam, I think, is 2 to 3 times bigger than Mauritius itself. Population is around 1.3 million. We live in a politically, it's a democracy. And then there are bleachers all around the island, and then and very dynamic people as well. I mean, the private sector, plenty of hotels. Tourism, which actually is one of the main income for Mauritius.
Okay. You know what? Let's not get caught up in Mauritius today. We'll be back for a Mauritius edition. Let's get back to Dar es Salaam and City Blue specifically. Would you want to tell us about the hotel specifically and the vision, and then now about the group in the rest of the region?
Yes. The Urban by City Blue is part of the City Blue group of hotels. You know, Urban, you got 2 urban hotels which are mostly like business and leisure. So you have here Urban by City Blue Dar, and then we have another one in Kigali. And then you also have the residences, which is the Skynest residence in Nairobi. And then also you have the hotel and suite, which is Sea Creek in Mombasa. And you have City Blue collection as well in Kampala, which is the Emin Pasha. And then we just opened another thing in Lamu, and there are also other hotels coming in. And so, City Blue is mostly in terms of management or investment or franchise. This one is the first City Blue, lodge in Dar. There might be more coming. And this hotel, Urban by City Blue, is actually for mostly businessmen, you know, the travelers, and then you have also people coming in leisure, and you people also, and we do have staycation. Tanzanians like to be in hotels during long weekend, public holidays, so we are here, and then we can cater for this. We got 61 keys with 65 bedrooms. All the rooms are quite large. Our smallest unit is 40 square meter, which is an executive room, with our luxury ocean suite, which is 122 square meters. In between that, you have the other rooms, which are of 52 to 64 square meters. So this is it, and then we have a restaurant, a metropole, where we serve different type of menu, you know, from Dar, you go to Mauritius, you go to Lebanon, and so on. Talking about Lebanon, I mean, thanks to HNS developers, which is the Hamadi brothers and Slidey, that Urban by City Blue is actually here. And we now have some, for the 61 bedrooms, 70 staff members working, and majority being from Dar.
And very, very warm people. You know, I really feel at home from the first day I came to visit.
Happy to hear that, yes.
I really came home. I'm still fighting for a sea view.
It's there, it's coming.
Yeah, but I enjoy the space, but I do enjoy the space as well. Okay,
Excellent.
yes, excellent. Yeah, and I mean, it's a very welcoming space, seeing also that you're very close to the ocean. I think it's is it less than a kilometer, right?
Yes, yeah, it's within for walking distance, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah. And actually, I like this side because the sunsets are spectacular on this side. Yeah, the bridge is great for the sunrise, but then the sunsets are spectacular on this end of the road.
Absolutely, you just have to wait. We are opening the rooftop, which is called V, with the restaurant where you will have a fine dining like sushi, sashimi, and steak bar over there. And then the swimming pool and the gym, which is at the rooftop of the hotel.
Yes.
You just have to wait. It's reopen in the next, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks, and that would be fine, actually. You'll have one of the best sunset that you could experience here.
Oh my goodness. So a sunset also from the rooftop.
Yes.
Lovely. So you have a choice to walk to the actual ocean or to just stay up here?
Up here and then by the swimming pool. Nice.
Where you're sipping your bubbles and the like. Okay. No, great. What do you think is very important to grow tourism? I mean, most of the African countries really rely on a lot of tourism. I guess there's also been encouragement of intra-Africa tourism,
sure,
right? I mean, that's why I really need to get to Mauritius as well. What are some of the trends you see, and perhaps some of the investments that can come up in that space?
There's plenty of places in Dar, in Tanzania, actually. My experience is there's one place, if one wants to indulge into the culture of the company, is to go to a place called Kariako.
Kariako, yes.
You'll meet the people. I mean, I was telling you earlier, Mauritius is 1.3 million.
Yes.
And here, you barely see people on the street. But here, when you go there, the number of people you see, and it's a place where to be.
Yeah, Kariako is right in the middle of the city, right?
Right in the middle,
okay.
Yes.
Where all the shopping and
Yes.
the buses
And
to
you
other
got
parts of the
everything
country,
that's there,
everything
yes.
is there. Street food.
Fantastic, actually. And then, well, you got a museum here in Dar, and then you also have, I mean, we were talking about Kigamboni earlier.
Yes, Kigamboni. I mean, it's what, 60 kilometers? I'm not sure which direction, away from the city. Lots of beaches there too.
That's exactly, and then to Bagamoyo, I've got the opportunity to go there, where it's a very historical city. It is where the first Christian actually had their first church.
Okay, wow.
And in the East Africa, actually. And we also have this big baobab, which is about 300 years.
Wow.
And so it's wonderful. There are plenty of places you can go here. The beaches, and then you got Coco Beach, which is in itself very cultural here.
Yes.
So these are among all the places that I would say, and then also it goes without saying, taking either the aircraft or taking the ferry to go to Zanzibar, which everybody knows about that.
Yeah.
And also, I haven't yet been able to go. I went to Kilimanjaro.
Oh, okay.
Serengeti.
Yes.
And I understand that there is the in and out flow of the animals going
the
there.
Migration, the wildebeest migration from the Masai Mara into the Serengeti. Yes. I draw my inspiration from the wildebeest. I keep coming to Tanzania and back.
Yeah.
And of course, that side of Tanzania is closer for Kenyans because it's.
Yes.
I mean, it's a shorter ride from Nairobi to Arusha than it is to Dar. And given the prices of the flights, it's also more affordable on that end. But I do enjoy the sea, so I'm grateful for the opportunities to come on this side. I'm also told there's the big islands, of course, Zanzibar and Pemba, but apparently there's a lot of islands off the coast of Dar es Salaam that you can go for a day trip. I don't know the names though.
Which I understand as well they are, unfortunately.
Yes.
I can't also get the names, but the place is.
Yes.
And then there is also, I mean, the catamaran that you can hire from the yacht club over there.
Yes. And music festivals,
music,
apparently.
There's plenty of, how do you call, a nightclub here.
Oh, yes.
So
big musicians,
Yes.
And a lot of sporting events too. Actually, I hear on the 5th of May there's a run or a marathon of some sort happening as well here. So
it's very, I mean, it's dynamic.
It's dynamic, really cool.
It's not something that, in there, always you have marathon, you have people doing cycling, everything there.
Everything is there. Yeah. I'm from the mountain area in Kenya, but I think Dar es Salaam is the perfect mix of Nairobi and Mombasa in one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think you get two for the price of one in essence in that way. So maybe I should consider some relocation if
why not?
If time and life allows. Yeah. If I had money to invest in a hotel, right, and I didn't know how to go about it, how would you advise me? Is that is your strength, right?
Yes.
Because I may be a hotelier who's seasoned hotelier yourself, or maybe I should be asking you, are you opening a hotel soon yourself? Or would you rather help people who have money to invest,
this is the one,
make it happen?
Yeah, this is the one I opened here. I don't know what the future would be.
Yeah.
Certainly after this one, I'm going back to Mauritius. I just want to go and have some rest. And then whatever, but I think there is plenty of things. I think the office of the president, they do have an office for advice, actually, for people who want to invest.
Oh, really?
I think this is
the Tanzanian.
The Tanzanian. So I think this is one way to go. I would suggest, because I think they are very proactive. They are very helpful. Had the opportunity to talk to one of the officers in October last year, and they are doing a lot of support to people who want to invest in different areas, actually. So this is, from my part, what I can give as a suggestion.
As a suggestion, okay, all right. Yeah. Would you ever open a hotel yourself in your third retirement?
Could be, who knows?
Okay, okay. What would you say would be what you'd want to leave as a legacy?
Well, you know, one of the reasons I came here, and I was talking to the CEO, he said to me, well, you know, at this age, what, you know, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of people. I had the opportunity to have people who have opened doors for me, and those people to whom I'm grateful. Obviously grateful to the parents, my mom and dad, obviously, and the support of my wife and my kids. But I have also some people who have given me free advice, have worked with me freely, and these people to whom so I've earned so much. So what I have now is I want to share it. This is the legacy with the youth, the young people, and then so they can take whatever is good and whatever they think is not suitable, just to deal, not have to take it. Yeah. I've had so much, you know. I've got people who open doors for me, giving me, you know, scholarship, for example. You know, so you go and you study, and this is, I think, it's pay time now. In this retirement period, I have some friends in Mauritius who also are doing this kind of thing, very much involved in social, and this is what we could do as legacy. Whatever we've received freely,
yes.
Let's give it to the youth, you know, and I think this is the best thing we can do. No,
definitely, definitely. Yeah. I've certainly feel very privileged that I was able to meet you, and thank you so much for your generosity, even, you know, within Dar es Salaam, and opening up your doors of City Blue, and of course connecting me with your networks within Dar es Salaam to make my work here better.
Thank you.
You know, I will definitely take up an offer of visiting Mauritius, and I'll look you up when you're back there.
Yes.
But then again, all the best to you and to City Blue as a group as they continue to expand along the continent. But I'm sure this retirement is not coming to you. I'm sure we'll still be seeing you on these City Blue streets.
We know Maxim in Kenya.
No, definitely, yes. And look me up when you're there.
Yeah.
And yeah, just thank you so much. All the best to you and your team, and for your time today.
Thank you to you. Thank you for making also available. And then I think we can move from then onwards to everything that could happen in the future.
Sure.
And let's hope all the best, actually.
Yes.
And thank you very much to you as well.
Yeah, and we will celebrate with you on the 9th.
Oh, yes.
As you celebrate you last week before going out.
I'm looking forward to that.
With some South African wine. It's a pity Mandela won't be there, but we'll toast to him.
We'll toast to him.
Yeah. Okay. There you have it. Jean-Eric Sirop, all the way from Mauritius, made for the world. Of course, he says his heart is in Tanzania, and we are also warming up to Tanzania as well, as we keep coming back to develop the tourism opportunities in this country. We'll be here on the 8th and 9th with the Wines of South Africa, and we'll be learning more about hospitality from different hospitality professionals. Thank you so much. Goodbye from Dar es Salaam, City Blue, Urban by City Blue on Chole Road. See you there. Cheers.